What's going on, my Cardano friends? It is your friend Jack here, and in today's video we're going to be going over Cardano NFTs, the crazy new all-time highs or the mini bull market going on right now, comparing it with Cardano price action, and also going over the top Cardano NFTs that maybe have a lot of gains in them or have already juiced out a bunch of gains from a non-subjective point of view with a great analysis. A bunch of different facts to come into play here, and I'm also going to be talking about, is it time to sell my NFTs because I've been thinking about it, or at least selling some to get the profit, and going over my complete portfolio, everything in it, and my largest holdings. Okay, first things first, we have right now the largest Cardano volume we've ever had before, with 2 days in a row hitting new all-time highs in ADA valuation, not necessarily in USD valuation, but we're talking about ADA valuations and things going crazy. Now, that does definitely play into some things. Cardano is 30 something cents, and seeing a 4 million ADA volume with Cardano at 30 cents versus a 3.5 million volume ADA when it's at $2, there's a big difference there. But everyone right now in the bear market of Cardano price action is kind of gloomy and doomy. But recently, this past few weeks, we've seen a lot more people excited about what's being built and excited about making ADA profit in terms of the floor prices going up, and overall NFTs doing very well right now here on Cardano, with all new people, all different types of people from other existing crypto communities and outside of crypto, maybe even coming into Cardano to see what they have in terms of NFTs. Now, I did mention price of ADA, and as you can see here, for the past year, it is at pretty much an all-time low. Cardano NFTs, all-time high, ADA, all-time low, and also the NFT's all-time high is based in ADA, so it does make a bit of sense from that point of view. But you can see that this did just come out of nowhere in a sense. We saw a bunch of volume build up from a few projects doing really well, and then that carried out to the rest of the market, and people have still been excited about it, honestly longer than I thought, and all of the floors of a bunch of top projects are moving. Now, those top projects, we're going to be going over them today. We're going to be going over and ranking some projects. Goofy Crisp here on Twitter has an amazing thread. I'm going to leave this link down in the description so you can check it out and follow him. Basically, everything this thread covers is based on a lot of different things. So Twitter followers, engagement, and overall at the end it puts into a nice bundled up score of all these things combined and their averages, ranking projects from basically best to worst from a non-subjective point of view using these indicators. Fun fact, Goofy Crisp did a thread like this months back, and some of the projects now that have, you know, at the time when he made the thread, very low floors have pumped to very large floors. So I'm just throwing that out there, but obviously you guys are going to have to take some risks if you want to make gains, and those risks are at your own accord, and also do your own research and all that good stuff. But nothing is risk-free here, that's for sure. We are in the wild west of crypto land, being into NFTs, and things are risky. So please be careful, do your own research, and make your own decision. And I'll be honest, 99% of my big gains came from gambles that I probably shouldn't have made and were a little bit stupid. So really, the winners in this space aren't always the people doing all the research, but rather there are people who just get lucky, hold for the right amount of time, and know when to get out or take profits. Okay, let's dive into the list now though, and what are the criteria that these are based upon, and how do they work? Disclaimer, these are not going to be metaverse or pure art projects. These are going to be PFP, collectibles, games, and utility projects with a supply above at least 2,000, with only the main collections being included in this list. Basically, the first thing we're going after is Twitter followers. The higher number, the better. And Clay Nation has by far the largest amount of Twitter followers, which makes sense. They have collaborations with people like Snoop Dogg. And then as you can see here, as we go down the list, there are other people in this list, and it just keeps going. After that, we have engagement. The Ape Society, one of the biggest projects on Cardano right now, with the highest floor, hit like 15K the other day, and now it's down to around 11,000 ADA per NFT, is having the highest Twitter engagement in the past 7 days, along with some other projects who don't have quite as high floors, creeping up into high engagement levels, which is always good to see for those communities. Speaking of communities, we have community sizes, the larger the better, and Boss Cat Rocket Club, Clay Nation, Alien Club having some of the largest communities. This is by the number of unique wallets holding the collection. Some of these might not be perfectly accurate if they have staking programs, so keep that in mind, but it is still some non-subjective data to have, and even if it's not 100% accurate, it gives us a good idea of what's going on in the market. But also keep in mind, any statistic on this list, especially something like unique wallets, can be manipulated, and it can be good to look in the favor of these projects to manipulate them. So that might happen here. Keep that in mind, please, please, please. Next up, we have diamond hands. Calculated the percentage of total supply listed across all markets. The smaller the listed supply, the better. And three of my biggest holdings, my three biggest holdings are on here: Makasi, Dead Pixels, and Yummy Universe. I will go over and show you all my NFTs, which I hold in these projects at the end here when I talk about my selling situation. But yeah, basically a lot of these projects at the top that have high floors are because a lot of them just aren't listed, and the floors can dramatically change overnight because someone swept up 10 or 20, because overall the percentage listed is less than like 2 or 4%. After that, we have holders trust. This is basically the more the holders trust the future of the project, the more expensive they are ready to buy, because the biggest sale is usually relevant. This is going to be using the average of the top 10 biggest sales. The higher the number, the better. Ape Society being the number one, had a lot of big sales. Then Space Buds, Clay Nation, Boss Guy Rocket Club, Dead Pixels, and so on and so forth. Keep in mind, any of these projects that you see here, you can go look them up and go to JPEG Store and find them and research them from there. Go to their website and do a little bit more due diligence. If I go to JPEG Store, I can go over here, search up, let's say, Yummy Universe, click on it, see the floor is 120. And if you click this little icon here, you can always go to the website of the collection and see a lot more. That is jpeg.store. I'll leave it linked down in the description. Next up, 9 out of 19 is the holders sentiment. Basically, how many holders are feeling today. And I calculated this metric by current floor price, subtract average sale, divided by average sale. It will tell which projects are mostly in the money or out of the money. The higher the number, in the better. So basically, how many people are in profit right now? How many people are probably feeling good about this project and aren't feeling like, damn it, I bought and now I just have to hold on for dear life, hoping it goes back up? Because if that's the case, the sentiment is not so positive. Most people are not going to be too happy about holding it in its future, as this is an investment-centric space. Now, there's a lot of other things put in this thread, which I'll let you guys go over if you want to go to the thread. I'll leave it linked down in the description. From whale concentration to volume to 2x, how much volume do we need to 2x this collection and make a good profit? Holders like to look at that. Liquidity, volume, momentum, and a lot of other things. All-time volume, pretty big one. Market capitalizations, and much more. But right now, we're going to go straight down to the overall score. And that is each indicator. Projects are getting from 1 to 41 points. 41 points being the best project for a specific indicator, and overall score is calculated from average of points of all 13 indicators which were above. The score is presented on a scale up to 10, and as you can see here, the top projects on Cardano according to this data specifically, and the data used may not be completely accurate, but according to that, we have Clay Nation, the Ape Society, Yummy Universe, Naru, and Boss Guy Rocket Club, Space Buds, Chill Kongs, and so on and so forth. You can see here, a lot of these projects have high floors for a good reason, because their scores are overall good. Some of these projects don't have as high as floors as other. For example, Yummy Universe now, for as I just showed you, is 1,000. The next step, Ape Society, like 11 to 15,000, and then Clay Nation, 4,000. So there's some big discrepancies here between floor prices. And as you scroll down the list, you will see they don't line up exactly floor prices to average project score, because what makes the price go up on a project is just volume in that project, not necessarily all of the scores or all the things mentioned. But over time, I do think these overall scores will show through as long as the projects keep up with what they're doing, keep building, and they're pretty good indicators of investments. I would probably use them for myself, but right now, I'm not really looking to put in any more projects or any more eggs in any more baskets. I'm really just focusing on what I have conviction in and sticking with it. At the end of the day, you are going to have to do your own research and make your own decisions that might not work out so well. I myself have made a lot of mistakes along the way, and I've gotten very lucky along the way as well. Now I'm going to show you my NFTs, and also give you a little bit of backstory that these Dead Pixels here that are worth $53,000 or 53,000 ADA, I minted all of them. I got very lucky with that. So not everything is an investment and a super brainy play, but rather just seeing something you like and going into it. That was the case with me and Dead Pixels, and I got very lucky that I liked the project enough to hold them for this long, and they've performed very well because of the founder being so passionate about what he does. Now, the same thing kind of goes for Yummy Universe. I minted a lot of them, and I bought very early, and I didn't really get any more since then. I just kind of held on to what I got to. But when it comes to things like Makasi and other things, I really just went a little bit ape mode. I went a bit crazy, spent like 8,000 ADA at the time, and now it has paid off so far, and I'm thinking about taking some profits. Is it time to sell? I've been asking myself that question quite a bit and just take some profits. Maybe sell out of 40 of these, just like 5 or so, take some profits back, put it in my ADA stack for a rainy day, because I don't have that much ADA anymore after taxes came through, and it would be nice to see. So everything is going to be managed between my own needs. So you asking me, should I sell? I have no idea your situation. I have no idea if you want more ADA or if you want more NFTs in your portfolio. And I have no idea, how long you've been holding these NFTs, how much profit you have in them. Is it even worth to sell for royalties and, market-based fees? So all those things come into play here. You're going to have to make your own decisions. I think right now, for me, being up on certain NFTs 2, 3x, selling a few of them just to rake in some profits that I initially invested, kind of break even and ride the wave, is going to be a good idea. Now, even though I still have a lot of faith that Makasi NFTs are going to do very well, it's not a bad idea to sell a few of them to get some profit so I can hold on a little bit longer. If they dip back down, buy some more, things like that. And if they don't, dip back down, that's fine. I only sold 5 out of 40 and I can still be safe with that ADA that I had, lying around. Now, that's my point of view. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm stupid. Maybe I should just hold on to every single NFT I have until I run into the grave. That's what I've been doing so far, and it has not worked. So I may sell some. I don't know. You can check this wallet right here to see my activity. I will be using this wallet to do anything most likely, or the handle basement. So if you want to check that one or this one, you can see my activity and what I'm up to. I'm not trying to hide it. I'm just letting you know I am thinking about it. It is a thought in my mind, and I don't think it's a bad one. In reality, Cardano NFTs are doing absurdly well right now. So seeing all the euphoria and everything makes me think back when Cardano was $3 and everyone was, oh, don't sell. We're going to $10. So keep your Cardano. It reminds me of that. So taking a little bit of lessons there, I kind of want to sell a few now, even though I want to wait till, Makasi hits 1,000 floor to sell any. I think it's a good idea to take some profits so you can survive a little bit longer later down the line. And I know that someone has to lose somewhere here, so you have to be careful. NFTs are not really a zero-sum or a positive-sum game, but more or less a zero-sum game. Sadly, that's just how it is. And you are going to have to take losses or learn from your experiences, hopefully, to make some gains. Makasi, though, right now is doing better than it's ever been in terms of development, and I still have a lot of faith in the project overall. I'm just saying, from a personal point of view, I can't personally hold all NFTs in my portfolio, especially if it says it's worth this much, which I believe is pretty accurate based on floor prices and rarities I have in my collections, when my normal ADA bag is around, this much, right? 30,000. So the portfolio balance here, I don't really feel all that great about having so much in NFTs. I've had pretty much 80% of my portfolio NFTs for quite a while now. And overall, I do have other tokens. I just want to show you guys that. I have Yummy, Ding, Hosky, obviously, and Makasi. This is going to be growing as the airdrops go on over the next year, so keep that in mind. But yeah, I have a lot of Yummy. I'm an advisor for Yummy Universe. Just want to throw that out there. I'm trying to be transparent about everything. And also, I do have a good amount of Ding because I've had the project for a long time, and I really do believe in Dead Pixels overall and what they're doing. So throwing all that out there, that's my portfolio. I hope you guys have a great freaking day. It's been your friend Jack. You can see my wallet at 8115. This ticker to see my assets and my holdings. These are my main, hardware wallet holdings. This is where I keep all my goodies. So I'll just throw that out there. I hope you guys have a great freaking day. And NFTs are still definitely booming for lots of good projects on the rise. And a lot of them might even 100x from where they are now, especially with the volumes we're seeing on things like, Ape Society, 15,000 floor. If you go and look at something that's only a couple hundred floor, getting into a 10,000 floor would make a large return on investment. Now, I don't know if that's going to happen. I really don't. But I hope you do well and I hope everything works out. Anyways, I'll see you guys in the next video. Stake the Jack, stake, pools, and passive on your ADA. NFTs are booming. See ya later.